The curious girl Alice stretched her head to check and was sucked in directly. She fell into a weird secret room. The walls inside were all doors, but none of them could be opened. At this moment, she found a key, but after trying it, only the smallest door inside can be opened with it. But the door is too small to get out. At this time, Alice found a bottle of mysterious potion on the table. She was curious and drank it up for a second. The shrunken Alice went straight to the small door, only to find that the door was locked again. When she wanted to go back to get the key, Alice's height was clearly out of reach. A small cake caught her attention. She took another bite. The next second, she got the key after getting bigger, and then drank the mysterious potion to make herself smaller again. In this way, Alice walked through the small door and came to a colorful world. But Alice didn't know that she had already become a celebrity in this world. It turned out that there were two queens in this world. One was the domineering Red Queen Amy. As long as she lifted her foot, a little pig would come to step on her foot. They also use flamingos as cue sticks and hedgehogs as balls. One is Anna, the White Queen. She is very beautiful and is extremely kind to pets, even the dogs like Anna. You will never imagine that they are sisters. Why is there such a big difference? When the two were young, Anna stole a biscuit and ran to Amy's room to eat it. In order not to be found, she kicked the crumbs under the bed. Their moan asked them, and she saw the crumbs under Amy's bed. She firmly thought that Amy had stolen them. But Anna did not stand up to clarify, which put Amy in the wrong, so she ran out and fell to the ground. When they became adults, Amy was going to inherit the throne, but when she was wearing the crown, Amy's head was too big and the crown couldn't fit in. The person who gave Amy the crown was also in a hurry, so they could only increase the strength, but the crown broke up. This made all the audience laugh. Amy felt humiliated and shouted to cut off their tongues. When the king heard this, he felt that Amy was too cruel, so he immediately announced that the throne would be passed on to Anna. Amy screamed and got so angry. She even released the dragon and burned the palace to ashes. After Amy got the crown, she ran out to build her own kingdom. But Amy couldn't manage the kingdom well, so Anna wanted to fight Amy. There is only one person who can defeat Amy's dragon, and that is Alice, who just came to this world and has never seen such a weird world. The flowers inside have human faces. The rabbits in suits, the mice with swords, and even the fat ones are in pairs. Not only that, they also arrested Alice and brought her to a psychedelic caterpillar, and finally let Alice watch God's domain. It turned out that Alice would kill Amy's dragon with a sword, and all animals wanted to ask Alice for help. Alice thought it was a dream and pinched her arm. At this time, the mouse wanted to help. She agreed. At this time, a big hairy monster rushed out, frightening all the animals to run wildly. Seeing that Alice was about to be eaten, in an emergency, the little mouse stood up and picked out the eyeballs of the big wild cat. Alice also took this opportunity to escape. But the domain of God fell into Amy's hands when she learned that Alice could kill the dragon, gave an order to the army to arrest Alice. At this time, escaped. Alice was targeted by a blue cat. Of course, this cat is not ordinary, flying in the air. Even the moon can become its cat face. Under the guidance of the blue cat, Alice saw a person, Jess, very friendly to Alice, because she also wants Alice to kill the dragon. At this time, Amy's army arrived. Seeing this, Jess quickly poured some potion on Alice, making Alice's body smaller, and then stuffed it directly into a teapot. After tricking the one-eyed knight away, Alice ran all the way, but was blocked by a small river. Seeing the soldiers chasing again, she put Alice on the hat in an emergency, and then sent Alice to the other side. Jess was captured by the soldiers. At that time, Alice was targeted by a big dog again, after learning that the relatives of the big dog were also taken away by Amy. They decided to rescue them together. Finally, Alice climbed on the big dog and walked towards Amy. After reaching the outside of the city wall, Alice went through the mouse hole and successfully sneaked into the palace. Amy was playing ball and using a flamingo as a club and a hedgehog as a ball. Seeing this, she wanted to save the hedgehog, but was bumped into by Mr. Rabbit, who came to pick up the ball. After learning that Alice wanted to save them, Mr. Rabbit decided to send a piece of cake, but she ate too much in one bite. This was discovered by Amy. Fortunately, Alice was quick-witted and said that she was kicked out of the family because her head was too big. Amy heard Alice's experience, just like herself, and decided to take Alice in. Soon Alice found Jess, but Jess asked Alice to steal the sword first because only the sword can kill the dragon. When Alice came to the sword, she found that the monster guarding the sword was actually a big cat monster. There was no way. Alice had to outsmart, so find the little mouse to get the eyeball back and give it back to the big cat monster. Sure enough, the big cat monster not only did not hurt Alice, but also gave the key out. Finally, she took the sword and planned to take Jess with her, but was blocked by the soldiers, seeing that Alice was about to be taken away. The big cat monster stepped forward and took Alice out. Alice also successfully met Anna with the sword. This is a godlike method of refining medicine. Put in a finger that has been dusty for thousands of years. Put in 2 coins from the dead man's pocket. Put in 3 spoonfuls of flour, and then vomit a mouthful of saliva. That's it. The potion shrinking potion was refined. Alice's drank it directly. The next second, Alice's body began to shrink rapidly, and soon returned to the size of a normal person. On the other side, Amy's head became bigger again. Yes, if Alice kills the dragon with a sword, then Amy's power will also be wiped out. Amy is desperate and wants to pull Jess out to behead, seeing that the executioner went down with the axe. Jess disappeared, only the hat flew up. Just when everyone was surprised, the blue cat appeared from inside. It turned out that this was its illusion. At this time, Jess appeared behind Amy and exposed the disguise of everyone around Amy. It turned out that they are all normal people, but they deliberately pretended to be deformed to cater to Amy's big head. Amy's head was blown up again, and she said that she was going to kill everyone. Amy raised her little hand. A bird who eats people was out. Soon, many people were captured, and Jess took the opportunity to escape, all the way to Anna's castle. Soon, the day of the decisive battle between the two sides came. Alice finally agreed to help. She was wearing armor and riding the big cat, set off towards the battlefield with Anna. At this time, Amy also set off with a large army. Soon, the two sides arrived at the battlefield, and the two sisters finally met. At first, Anna wanted to reconcile, but Amy did not agree at all. Amy still did not forget her childhood about the matter of the cake. With the blowing of the horn, the two sides sent representatives to fight. Amy gave the order, and the dragon took the lead. Alice stood out with a sword in her hand. Looking at the terrifying dragon, Alice didn't panic at all. With one strike of the sword, the dragon's tongue disappeared. The dragon was furious instantly, flicked its tail, and slapped Alice on the ground. Immediately after the dragon spit out a green laser wave, Alice quickly blocked it with her shield, but she was still shot and the sword was knocked off. In an emergency, Jess came out to help, which made Amy not happy. Command the army to attack. In this way, the two armies started to fight, and Alice also took this opportunity to run up a building, but was chased by the dragon. Alice used her petite body to avoid the attack and ran directly, arrived at the highest point when the dragon caught up. She took the opportunity to jump on it and fly to the sky with the power of the dragon's swings, watching the dragon's head beheaded. Amy's army put down their weapons and surrendered. The crown was finally put on Anna's head. At the end of the story, Amy was exiled. Alice also bid farewell to all people, drink the magic potion, and go back to the cave entrance. I'm Andy. See you next time.